what do you make of the Tories' decision to put Craig McKinley forward as a candidate?
Just astonishing. I mean, given that they knew there was a genuine threat of prosecution, why did they allow him to go through as a candidate? My guess is that if they'd withdrawn him, it would have highlighted something, namely that Nick Timothy, who is the Prime Minister's Chief of Staff, was directly involved in that campaign, and they did not want that coming to the surface, so they continued and crossed their fingers and hoped for the best. And it does show, I think, very bad judgment.
Do you regret now that you haven't put yourself forward in South Lanark?
No, I don't. You can't back trade in life, and I decided not. I thought about standing. I decided not to, on the basis that I'm the leader of a group in the European Parliament. I've got seat number 20, Mr Juncker's seat number 21. I'm in a good place for the Brexit negotiations.
What did you make of the two party leaders on the Question Time special last night?
Well, at least the audience was a bit more balanced than it had been for the leaders' debate a few nights before. Yeah, Corbyn was doing incredibly well until it comes to questions about defence. Theresa May looked a little bit less flustered, perhaps, than she did earlier in the week. But let me say this, strong and stable seems a long time ago.
Have the FBI been in contact with you yet?
No, of course they haven't, and nor will they be. Look, this is left-wing conspiracy nonsense in Washington. It's people who can't accept that Trump beat Hillary, looking for a reason. And yeah, sure, I know Trump and his team. I met Assange once, and they're joining up these dots. And just for the record, I've never been to Russia. I have no business interests in Russia. I have no accounts with Russian banks. I have no direct communication with anybody involved in Russian politics. The whole thing is baloney.
But you have been named as a person of interest. I mean, surely that must concern you. And if they do come knocking on the door, what are you going to do?
I've been named as a person of interest by an anonymous source. It could be anybody. You know, this is nonsense. And the thought of the FBI coming knocking... Look, if I was somebody who, in my business life, and 20 years I traded commodities all over the world, had I had direct Russian business involvement, then I could understand perhaps questions being asked. I have almost no Russian connections whatsoever. Do you know what? It isn't going to happen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.